Hi, I'm Wyatt, your local Skyline forecaster. You know, it's no secret that if you opt to take public transportation, you end up walking like way more than you would if you just took a car. I've noticed this myself ever since I started taking the Honolulu Skyline to school. If you didn't know, I'm a student here at the University of Hawaii's West Oahu campus. It's actually one of 3 college campuses on the island that was lucky enough to get its own Skyline station. The other 2, of course, being Leeward Community College and eventually Honolulu Community College as well. Anyway, my step count is always way higher on days where I take the Skyline versus days I don't. So that got me thinking, with the Skyline slowly becoming a regular part of people's lives, could the Skyline help make people healthier? Check it out. We still got a few more steps we gotta climb. But anyway, like pretty much everywhere in the US, Hawaii is dealing with a certain subset of public health problems. According to data from the Hawaii State Department of Health, as of 2020, around 25% of Hawaii adults and around 15% of Hawaii youths are obese, with obesity rates especially high among Pacific Islanders. I bring up obesity because it increases a whole laundry list of health risks, including heart disease, diabetes, joint problems, sleep problems, stroke, cancer, and just death in general. And that's not hyperbole on my part, by the way. I'm getting this information from this article written by the University of Hawaii's Hawaii Health Data Warehouse, and it is the first item they list in regards to health risks made worse by obesity. All causes of death, mortality. How grim. Anyway, Hawaii's rising rates of obesity can be attributed to a whole variety of different factors, so there's never going to be one catch-all solution. But encouraging more people to incorporate physical activity into their daily routines can help. And Skyline could be something that helps people move around in more ways than one. Now, I haven't actually been able to find any rigorous studies that look into how much physical activity Skyline riders get simply from riding the Skyline, which makes sense. Skyline's still pretty new and has a long way to go before it's fully built. Plus, that is an awfully niche topic of study, which, by the way, if you're a fellow Oahu-based university student and you're looking for a research topic for your thesis or something like that, feel free to take that idea. I haven't been able to find any studies, so maybe you could be the first. The best I can tell you is that from my own anecdotal experience, Skyline has helped me personally work more physical activity into my day, especially on days when I don't necessarily have enough time to go to the gym or go for a walk or anything like that. But public health isn't only a matter of how much exercise people are getting. Did you know that the Honolulu Skyline is the first fully automated metro system in the United States? There are no conductors or train drivers. Instead, all the trains are monitored and operated remotely from a control center here in Waipahu. You can actually see the facility from right here in Halaulani Station, right next to Leeward Community College. Skyline is also fully electric, meaning that none of these trains will be putting out any of the exhaust fumes that, say, diesel engine trains do. And that brings us to the other side of public health, environmental health. What impact is Skyline going to have on the environment? Right away, I should note that all of these trains are only running thanks to power from Oahu's energy grid, which still relies largely on natural gas to generate its electricity. So, despite being fully electric, Skyline is not technically carbon neutral. But it might not be like that for long, especially with the state government aiming to make Hawaii completely carbon neutral by 2045. We've already seen the effects of this in motion, from the shutting down of our last remaining coal-fired power plant back in 2022, to the bus beginning its transition to an all-electric fleet of city buses. With a fully electric Skyline and city bus system, our island's public transportation network will one day be a fully zero-emission way to get around. A net zero public transportation network is most effective when people choose to use it, as opposed to, driving. To be fair, some of the cars on the road are electric vehicles. Just looking around, I can see some electric vehicles right here. But for the vast majority, as you can probably hear for yourself, are traditional gasoline engine vehicles. So for each person that chooses to take the Skyline or the bus instead of driving, that is one fewer vehicle on the road spewing emissions into the air, And that can really add up over time, especially when you consider the sheer number of cars that are on the road as is. It's no coincidence that I picked this specific part of Cam Highway and waited till this hour in order to make this point. It gets crazy congested here. Anyway, I'll skip back to earlier in the day and finish what I was talking about. Now, here at the end of 2024, Skyline's ridership has still been pretty low. So admittedly, this isn't really going to make that much of a difference, but someday it just might. Back in September, Skyline actually managed to surpass 100,000 monthly riders for the first time since its opening. And in the following month, October, it continued that trend. In fact, the number even went up slightly. So, think of it this way. That's 100,000 instances of cars, give or take, that weren't driving on the roads. And 100,000 instances of people getting their steps in. So fingers crossed, let's hope that upward trend continues. And speaking of upward trends, I've got a train to catch, and it's all the way up this upward trend of steps. I've been Wyatt, your local Skyline forecaster, reminding you that some challenges are best tackled one step at a time. And oh no, what is this? Oh, the camera cut out, that's crazy. 1 second, let me try to fix this. Okay, and oh, there we go. Okay, I got the video back. That's crazy. You didn't see me walk up all those steps. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Aloha. We're in the train now, wow.